Yes, do not be perturbed. I am not in my regular recording studio, my regular recording safe space. I am in my living room because Trinity has infiltrated my sheets and is sleeping right now, and I don't want to disturb her. I'm going to a wedding, which is another reason I'm going to be making a few videos right here. So I'm going to keep the videos coming. But anyways, to get right into it, we're going to be talking about Invincible season 2 and how they had a mid-season break, which just is what's kind of like stupid. But I watched Charlie's video and I wanted to bring up a point that he'd never brought up, but just because he couldn't possibly have experienced it. Um, and that is that I didn't even know Invincible season 2 part 2. Like there was the first 4 episodes, and then there's now I guess going to be a second round of 4 more episodes, like 5 months later, and I didn't even know that the part 2 to season 2 was out until watching his video, and it's been out for like 2 weeks. So that means that a significant portion of people who watched that first initial part probably had the same exact thing happen to them. And if there aren't, fans, or if they don't watch Charlie, um, Penguin Z0, Moist Critical, whatever in Tarnation you call them, then they probably don't even know that part 2 of Invincible is even a thing, which is horrible for the show because when they look at the statistics, they're gonna see, oh my god, Jesus Christ, we have like 2,000 people watching this part 2. And then I mean, I'm sure that like eventually people are gonna think, oh, Invincible, I wonder if the part 2 came out, and then they will end up watching it, but it's gonna take a minute. And so right here we see Invincible creator reveals the real reason why season 2 takes a mid-season break. And if we scroll down here, Kirkman explained the Invincible season 2 process while taking the glider. It's a little bit of the production process. It's a little bit of the production process just because ramping things up has taken a lot longer than we thought. But also, this is something that we've done to every season of The Walking Dead. Okay, to touch on that really fast, The Walking Dead, as Charlie kind of touched on, is a horrible thing to compare yourself to. That show fell harder than what you'd fall off of a cliff. Like it was a horrendous fall off. And not to mention the pacing of the show and everything, it was just bad. But I used to be actually a pretty big fan of The Walking Dead. I really liked the show. But every time there was a mid-season break and you had to wait like 4 or 5 months for the next part of the season, it just was always annoying. And Invincible is even worse because there's less episode. There was only 4 episodes, and then they took a huge break. It isn't like this is a 15 episode season. It isn't like this is 20 episodes. It's 8 episodes. There might be 5 episodes in part 2. I haven't watched it yet because I just figured out about it today that it was even a thing. And a lot of people shared the same feelings. Like I saw some comments saying, I didn't even know Invincible season 2 part 2 was out until seeing your video, which is extremely troubling once again, just because like like they're going to have almost no viewers. Like it doesn't look good. And people's minds don't work like that. For apparently, according to Kirkman, if we go back to this article right here, he says, and I think narratively, it's kind of cool to have that pause to digest what you've just experienced. And when you see episode 4 of season 2, you may need a break. It's a big episode. It's definitely a mid-season finale kind of episode. The only thing I have to say about that is I don't even remember what happened in episode 4. Like it must have been. I know I watched it, but do I even remember what happened? No. Why is that? Well, because my mind hasn't been thinking about Invincible season 2 part 1 for this entire time. Like, oh my god, Jesus, I'm still digesting what has happened in this season. I think I was done with I mean, it was a good episode, I'm sure, but I finished watching it. I was like, all right, now I have other actual real life things to attend to. I'm not going to be thinking about Invincible season 2 part 1 for 5 months until part 2 comes out. Like, Jesus Christ, do I have to subscribe to a newsletter to get notified of when part 2 of season 2 comes out? It's like, Jesus Christ, it's like fucking four. If you're going to do that, just call it 4 seasons, have 4 episodes a season. At least then you have, like, I don't know, 4 seasons. I don't know. Regardless, that's not how human brains work. Nobody likes a huge cutoff like that. Nobody just loves having such a big, like, run up of events and a huge episode just for it to be squandered because you have a 5-month lapse. Maybe they do that on purpose to have people go back and watch part 1 again. Maybe that bolsters their viewers or numbers, or I don't know exactly how that works, but maybe they want people to forget part 1 of season 2 so that they go back and rewatch it for whatever reason. I mean, like, that really seems like that makes more sense than what he's saying. God, you have to digest episode 4 of season 2 so much that you must wait 5 months. Like, what is there to digest exactly? When events happen, you take them at face value. You might be like, oh my God, I can't believe it. But not for days or weeks, not even really for hours. Like, you might be surprised for 5 minutes, which even then, being super surprised about something for 5 minutes in a TV show is a really long time. So I don't know what he is talking about. You need time to digest it. I've never once been watching a TV show and needed that much time to digest. I'm in Avatar: The Last Airbender, I think that there were more, like, jarring moments, and I never felt the need, like, God, I just need to put my phone down. I need to stop watching these episodes because I just need to digest what's happening. Good God. No. What did I do? I binge watched the fuck out of it for like 5 days. My sleep schedule suffered. I mean, I probably had bags under my eyes. I probably looked like I just walked out of a psychiatric hospital. But gosh darn it, I loved every second of it. It was a great experience. Now, granted, I was like 11 or 12, so I was a kid. I Avatar: The Last Airbender was like, and by the way, I am talking about the animated series, of course, was like God's given fruit to me for like a week. I actually got like mildly depressed when the show ended because I was like, God, there was like 90 episodes, and every single one of them, I just loved every second of it. But that just shows you no one needs a 4 to 5 month gap between a TV show because let's be honest, no one cares enough. No one is attention spans are already running thin from TikTok. And so what makes you think that people are going to want to even watch? Like, at this point, like, yeah, am I going to watch it? Or am I going to watch it? Yes. Of course I'm going to watch it. But, like, am I even excited to watch it? Am I like, yeah, yay, I now am going to go watch season 2, part 2? Not really, because now I'm going to have to go rewatch season 2, part 1 again. And it's like, I just know what's going to happen is I'm going to start watching episode 1 and be like, oh, okay, that's what happened. All right, I remember that. And then I'm going to just keep watching like, oh, like, it's going to be like a bunch of deja vu moments. Like, oh, yeah, that's right. I kind of forgot that happened. And so it's just going to, I kind of feel like I'm like wasting my time having to rewatch. Because if I go into part 2, I'm just going to be like, wait, hold on. I don't exactly remember what happened. So now I'm not able to connect the points together to make the season cohesive. So I feel like it's almost a forced rewatch of part 1 because it's been such a long time since it came out. So yeah, stop doing that. It's a horrible way of doing it. Just give people the episodes. Give people the episodes. And another thing, I don't even really like the weekly. I don't even really like the weekly schedule. Now, that's significantly better. Don't get me wrong. Than having this huge 4 to 5 month hiatus, but it's still not great. I really like to have the whole season, the whole everything right there, just binge watch, whatever. If I like the show, then I'm gonna watch the entire thing. If I dislike the show, then I won't. But even the week-long schedule, it's like nobody has, I feel like attention spans don't even run that long. So I feel like it just makes more sense to release as much as you can at first because to get people like really hooked, and then they're actually invested. Now, I mean, like the weekly schedule is like it's fine. It's nothing's like actually wrong with it because I understand like they want to draw it out, you know. But still, I feel like everyone would prefer it to just be the whole season and to be able to watch it in its entirety without taking any sort of hiatus. I think if you had a room full of people and said, "Hey, everyone, raise your hand," and whether you like, a week long schedule, uh, over just having the whole season at once, and I think most people probably wouldn't raise their hand. So regardless, but this is absurd. This is fucking absurd. The whole 4 to 5 month thing should be abolished. It should be almost criminal because now you're just wasting people's time. But anyways, just wanted to touch on that. It really did. It's annoying. It's aggravating because I don't like the feeling of. I don't like the fact that the only reason I even knew that part 2 exists at this point in time is because of Charlie's video. That just shows you how bad that release schedule truly is. So yeah, just let me know what you think of that down in the comments. But yeah, guys, that's all I got. See ya.